Let's see. Are we live? Seems to be. So I need to edit my stream info. It's not letting me do that though. Alright. We have a preview and then we have... Oh, seems like we got quality. Alright. This might help. Let's see here. I don't know what I got this. Okay. Technical difficulties have been taken care of. We are live and we're going to start a new game. This one will only have export focus. This particular galaxy, which gives us extra points for those planets that are sending out 4 or more resources. This doesn't always happen. There's a bunch of planet types that can only ever make 3 resources. Like, for example, farms on remnant world, on primordial worlds, for example, can only make 3 food ever. Remnants can only ever make 3 bolts or chips or ore, and so on and so forth. Okay. As our races today, we have Space Architects Silthid, Nullperk Bakar, and Prosperity Dender. Prosperity giving us the ability to get Prosperous Planet with just 5 imports or exports, and/or exports. And Space Architects giving us quicker structure build time. Although we don't really have any technology that enables the building of structures, with the exception of a couple here. There's void synthesis and there's self-sustaining ecosystems. This is also Trade League, I suppose. But there's no like ones from the Silthid, right, which are usually the ones that are quite nice to build. Although, you know, the classic relays are available. As is Spacetime Aversion, so we could potentially build, you know, if you had unlimited money, we could build a lot of things in a quick time. In a very low amount of time. Quick time? You get the idea. So, Bakar Dender Silthid, right through the middle, so an average amount of money and an average amount of science to be gained from missions. And the perks were, what were the names again? I forgot. Prosperity and the one that makes you build quicker. Name it called Space Architects, right. Gotta look it up in the spreadsheet, put it in, and we can start. Let's have a look around. Okay, so I was leaving the dog crying. I don't know. Critter's fine, he's just missing companionship, right? Hydroponics, quantum sensors. Are available early as solar superconductors. Into geothermals. Late game, there's both luxury and culture, actually. Like, all 3 of these are kind of amazing if you can get them. As well as void synthesis being an easy way to get Elysium products built. So yeah, there's like 4 or 5 techs in tier 4 that you might want. Because this unlocks another culture tech in dissemination for another 56. Although, you know, that's 45, 90, 135, 170. And this one's another 50 or so. 220. A 50 here. 270. Right, it's like 350 science. Which is a bit ambitious, right? For a run without the science guys, without the Vittori. So you might want to build lots of labs. I think, you know, I say that every run, and it doesn't always end up happening. It kind of depends on what kind of planets we find, right? If we can do that kind of thing. But it's available, at least. This is a good scan. It's got 6 planets in it. Let's go with that. Because I'm seeing another potential. Probably a 5 here. Yep, pretty much. Okay, well, this is neat. Right, that's available. Like lots of good plants here. There's also something to be said for, you know, just build a bunch of biomatter. You know, you have your laboratory over here. Of course, that's not a good way to start off because you would run out of money. It's an interesting prospect, though. Okay, well, since these don't really set us up for, you know, I guess this is a two-way trade, but, you know, we'd be risking the bot over here. So we don't really have anything that's really all that secured. This might be a better idea. Okay, so this at the very least is good enough. And this desert will always be able to provide food, if so desired, from robots over here, right? Okay, I can't demonstrate it, but, you know, the tech's available, right? And the ore is also available, although this connection cannot be made then because it would be... But this is a guaranteed set of planets that will work eventually. So let's start with the arid, because that's always going to be a colony, although that could also become a farm with hydroponics, but since there's a desert next to it, the desert makes for a better candidate in general. It will also be able to receive water as well, because that's the second thing it requires. And this is a two-way trade, right? Like, there's a bunch of reasons why this is a great idea. Even that, right? Although it would be cutting off some connections. Alright, well, let's have a look on the other side. Maybe we want to make food on this side. Get 4 here. We can get another 6 there. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Do we actually get access to... we don't actually get access to culture exchange. It's also a thing I wanted to keep in mind that might sometimes end up being a good tech for you. We do get access to additional water. Although a water lab will be hard to construct without having the food, and the food requires the water lab, so... But, you know, water is a good resource for making additional ore and making an ore plant successful, which sometimes is the mission the Bakar want to give you. Let's have a look at these. The 3, then. Yeah, I mean... This is quite a bit of ore, too. This connection can be made. It's just a lack of food, then, right? Because this won't work, then. That might work, but we don't have freezers and bolts, right? No, we don't. Okay. Yeah, and this desert being food would be sort of the ideal solution to our problems. Maybe we check out what these 3 are then. The final thing we do this year. Because there might be something valuable there. And there kind of is. Though it might be difficult to get... hold on. If we get ore here, this can make chips, right? Yeah. So then this one is colonizable. I don't know how it would get food, but I mean, there's that still, right? Probably doable. There's also this one here, the Earth-like. So it's another desert, right? We could really make use of heavy use of deserty planets for food. 5 for food. An ore producing to successful. Or 3 chips. Let's make 3 chips, because we're going to do so here, probably. And then... secondarily, let's make some food, maybe? Like, I don't know if I can get this to successful. No, what am I saying? I can get this to successful. It's super easy. Let's do that. Because you're available too. It's just the order in which we do things, right? I think we'll start with these 2. Because it's a two-way trade, right? And then we're going to go ahead and go into September. This would complete both missions. Like that seems like 2 missions in 1 year seems really nice. Because you want those tier 2 missions, right? You want us to explore, okay. And you want us to make 6 robots. Oh, that's quite a few robots, isn't it? I mean, we can make 3 robots here. It kind of depends on the ability to get science over here, doesn't it? If we want to do it. If we can get some science out of here, the Silted can, I believe, give that. Can the Silted give science? I can't remember. Can a food producing plant successful might be doable too. We take this as our food producing planet, right? Although, you know, I want the desert, really, ideally. I would just not having food anywhere, right? We could do science instead. But I would just love to get the 5 science, right, for this. Somehow. Yeah, that doesn't really help. It does unlock another successful plan. I'm not too unhappy about that. It's also this one. Yeah, I would love to have hydroponic farms, wouldn't I? I think... Should we go ahead and explore in the corner? There's like quite a few things we could do with that money. It's not too far away too. We'll do these 2. Also, if we find one more ruin, we might be able to get hydroponics. Which that seems like the tech we really want here. So I know there's one more 2-way trade to be had. End up getting 20 money from the... Oh, this is good. This is very nice. The real question is, how can we sort out our food problems, really, right? You know, like this one makes a lot of sense, right? It will become successful and all that. If I go ahead and found another colony, I don't know which one I want. I might want this one. Or this one, right? It kind of depends on what's around, and I can't tell. So I'll have to choose. I'll choose jungle. Because it's closer to the point, really. And then the idea would be to sort of scan. And then be unhappy because we chose the wrong one. Did we? I don't know. We found this one as well. These colonies have low running costs, right? And we get 60 extra credits, 2 extra science, and then by connecting this in, another 2 extra science, because ruins give you 2 science whenever you discover them. It doesn't even matter what's in them. And then we get our hydroponics. Right? We're cheating out. We're cheating out technology. And then we can go ahead and like make lots of places happy, right? We can go ahead and found this bot factory, make more food, and then complete our Dender mission as well. Another 2 missions done in 1.5 years. Alright. Well, the Bakar just want us to discover planets at this point, which actually might be the thing we want to do anyway. It kind of depends on whether or not we're able to get enough ore and things in here, right? I would rather want to build a laboratory at this point. The Siltha wants to make lots of chips. I don't know about that. Might not be something we want to specifically do. It kind of depends on what's over here, right? We'll do this one for sure. I think we'll colonize new plants of 8 different types first. Right, so one thing we can do is we can learn about the forebear culture here to get 8 science. That seems like a really good choice because we can get quantum sensors with that. And that makes it very easy to do this mission. Right. Not so much the other one. This is just like ascension. I mean, we'll keep that in mind that we have it, but... Right, turns out there's not much there. There's a whole bunch of nothing. Okay. I might want to connect you in, although you have a rhythm cost of 2. Will we make some money if I do that? I guess we're making a single credit, right? This fixes everything up, though, so you don't have to worry about connectivity at this point then. Although, you know, it might make it a little difficult to get biomatter here. But we can pick up some biomatter there and, you know, potentially route it in later with maybe an infraway or something. So this plant isn't unfixable. That's also a bit unfortunate that we cannot make a relay there. What am I doing here, though? Like lots of places that could make water, right? This one, for example, could make use of water. You're at -4% already, you're at -5%. We might want to fix these two up. If we can do so. And then perhaps make some kind of laboratory, right? Okay, there's a desert here that can make food. I don't know if we can fix this up. This needs chips and we're not finding any. Yeah, we're not finding any chips for you. I think we're making water here. Am I? I'm not so sure. I want to have a look at this one too. There we go, 5 plants in one go. Not bad, not bad. Alright. What am I doing here though? Like, this thing would love to have some food from somewhere up there, right? But it can't. You can only really get it from here. If only we could get that in there, but, you know. Like, the thing I'm looking at is maybe you can do some kind of laboratory with ore. We don't... We do get access to mineralize, is the thing. We also get access to integrated manufacturing. So I know this is quite an impetus to make ore worlds work. Like if I, for example, connect that in, right? I don't know. We can make goods here too. The lab goes on top, perhaps. Like all the things we do that can fix this plant kind of get it kind of interfere with the connections, right? If I were to make ore here, for example, we can do just like 3 ore and 2 humans. So that sounds like a great lab, but then, you know, this can't get any foods from anywhere. This is a bit too fat. It's a bit in the way. But, you know, making a food there, that's obstructed there too. Can we at least use the food somewhere else too? Yeah, kind of. If I made a food here, it can be used there, and it can also be used here, I suppose, right? On the Arctic. Right, let's do that then. Jungle farm. 17. Well, we can use a asteroid to afford that. Which one? Maybe this one. Right. Like that. Yeah, that ups our income to 42 from 37. That's quite the difference. Actually, our income is fairly nice for, you know, where we are. Go ahead and consume this one too. They're not ideal because we're kind of missing out on the planet both times, right? It sort of feels a bit bad. On the other hand, can we like maybe fit a lab in such a way that we can reach all the things? Not really, right? We can reach like 4 things like this though. I think I'm okay with that. I think I want to get some real science output started. That's 4 science. That's not terrible. Also, we get a discount on the car tax, right? So we could get a discount on geothermals, for example. Is that any good? Not really. But, you know, it is a discount on the car tax. Discount for something. Let's go ahead and get you, I think. Costs 8, so we'll have to consume another asteroid, though. Might I want this instead? What would I build here? Another colony, perhaps? We could scout to find out. That should complete our scouting mission too, right? Let's go do this one. This is a big scout. Here we go, discover 50 new plants. This makes it a little bit more clear what we might want to build, right? Like perhaps a scavenger here. To make food here, to make like humans there. And perhaps here too. There's 3 uses for the food, right? There's a water here, which could have another 3 uses if I put another scavenger there. And then I could make more bots if I wanted to, and I could make some ore, and then suddenly we have 3 robots here. It's a bit of a complicated layout to understand, right, in like 2 seconds, but the gist of it is we'll get a lab with lots of robots. Will we get this mission complete as well? Mineral Jungle. Remnant Desert, that's 4. Earthlag is 5. Earthlag doesn't count. Forge World, 6. Mineral we already got. This one we don't. 7. We're at 7 of 8. So we're missing 1 planet. Arctic. There you go. Mission complete. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with this hive world so we can make more money out of the asteroid. And then we're going to find like the cheapest possible thing, which would be a colony, I believe, at that cost the least. This has 2 running costs. Hydroponic farm's expensive. Let's at least sort of connect this in. Connections here are cheap, that's nice. 48, okay. We'll keep that in mind. We'll probably want that money. I would imagine we want that money. I don't know what to do with these extra humans here, though. They're kind of superfluous. Well, yeah, they kind of are. Okay, that does go to 16, so let's go ahead and pick up the 48 first. And then, I mean, let's find out what's over here. Well, I mean, you could also, like, this one could get its food from up here too. Well, this one's out of range, so that would be kind of annoying to do. October, huh? I found something cheap to run. These are 3, right? Found this other colony too. Like, we're sort of abandoning this though. Like, I can solve this, but it's so expensive to do, right? It's not worth much. I think we're taking the 6% here. We're going to go ahead and focus on this other area. This area is just too barren of things to really want to connect in. While there's loads of stuff here. I don't know what I want to make that connection though. Like, I don't know how I'd get food for this though. Here's the thing. Problem is, how do I get enough humans? I mean, you have loads available, but you're gonna be hard to sort of like. So I'm cutting this off too. This is difficult. Well, anyway, let's start with this. That, you know, goes in there as well. And there's this, which creates that connection. And yeah, I don't really know how to proceed further. I could do that. I suppose we need this jungle as well. That's what we're getting at, right? Oh, and here's our other biomatter user, right? So we could sort of like do this, right? But that just costs 3 money for no good reason, so why not like leave it up, right? Alright, Forge World, right? Yeah, Forge World. Okay. Forge World. 40 and 4. Alright. Got a food producing plant that prospers. Yeah, those, we've got those, but we can't get them to prosper because we don't have the biomatter for them. That will take a while. So I guess we're going to make how much ore? Maybe we try to do this anyway. We need a good plan for it, is the problem, right? Like I can give you chips, but you also want biomatter and you can't get that. Lots of things want biomatter and can't get it. How are you doing, by the way? Minus 5%? Okay. You might want to add this one in. It's a good plant to add in. I don't know how to do it. Forge World successful will probably be fairly doable. Once we get the tech for it. Which, you know, integrated manufacturing is available. Also, I just forgot to... we should have probably bought this gene adjustment. This is kind of a mistake, but we could have gotten some extra money out of it. Yeah, integrated manufacturing might be the next tech I want. Well, I will be abandoning any plans with ice balls. So maybe we get mineral seeding and then integrated manufacturing. I don't know though, like we have little science and we need loads so to make things work. So I don't know we have the luxury to really take mineral seeding and all that. There's only like one planet would really benefit either way, so I think I'll skip on that. I don't know which quests to do though. Like 13 ore is more than I'm wanting to make is the thing. We've already got an ore lab. What am I going to do with that much? We'll detect the 2 other missions and we'll eventually get them done. But basically we're kind of stranded when it comes to missions at this point, right? Alright, well, a bit unfortunate, but what can we do, right? One thing we can do is we can build this robot. There we go. And then suddenly, right, there's this available. Right, that's not bad. And then, you know, there's you as well, right? And we'll be able to fix these problems, right? If we can get you a good. But that's gonna be hard. I could plop this in as well, right? That would help. Like most of these places want additional. This one's an additional human, for example, to become successful. We only need 5 imports is the thing, right, to become prosperous. So these just need a biomatter, which is it is in here, but it's obstructed, right? There is also something to be said to explore to get access to more runes, because there is a Sylphid event that can give you a free Infraway. Ooh, yeah, this is a bit of an empty area, isn't it? I don't know if we want this colony. It's going to be hard to satisfy, right? I don't want even more plants that are... Wait, let's go ahead and satisfy this, actually. It's been sort of bugging me and it's got an easy way out, right? And this plant, you know, makes 8 money. This cow over here... it's not really do all that much, right? Although, you know, it'll be able to make this one happy by giving it a chip via integrated manufacturing. In fact, I might want to look at this location over here next. Like we would be interested in getting some goods, certainly. But maybe we may just make robots and things. Although we've got a robot lab here, right? So it makes something different. I'm like thinking, like, can we make microchips perhaps in some way? Like if I make the ore here, right? It'll two-way trade for one of the ores. Then we'd make... we'd have to make goods here to get enough humans. But the goods can't really go to many places. I mean, eventually they will be, right, with infraways and stuff, but right now we'd just be satisfying a single planet. Well, that'd be terrible, though, because, you know, that planet would become prosperous fairly rapidly. But you want a food producer to prosper, so you want a forge world to prosper, and that doesn't really get us anywhere near. Or successful, I believe, and that doesn't really get us anywhere near because we need 2 outputs to make something successful. So, like, looking like, can we give a forge world another output? Well, this one we kind of can't because we're already outputting a chip in here. That's some goods over here, right? Are needed. Though, thankfully, you know, we can get bots also make goods, so. As long as that works, it works. Can we make a farm here? That could perhaps be done to make use out of all the robots and we can use the food. To be honest, I think that's the best move we can do here. Make another farm. Like, this farm could also become prosperous and stuff, but yeah. Okay, integrated manufacturing is up. Which we can build here. That creates a couple successful planets. That's pretty good. And that counts for one of the 2, right? What did we get the second one, though? We could get it over here. And also, how am I going to make more labs? The perennial questions, right? How to get more science? Well, not like that. There's not much over here. Alright, let's not look in that direction then. It's the same with that, right? I would love to make some more science, really. Because 9 is not quite enough. Okay. That sort of works out. The connections are long and expensive. But it does give us access to this area. I don't know if we can afford to do all of that, though. My idea would be to connect this in, right? We'd be able to asteroid. And integrated manufacturing to send that to the robot place. We get our successful fortunes. We make a little bit of money, so that's good. We can get this in, the food. And then the idea would be to consume this asteroid as well. Get a ore producing world here, but not to make ore really, but to make that chip. Not to send it there though, because we need to send it all the way there. And that makes it only successful still. Right, we're not even there yet. It needs biomatter too. Why do all these farms need biomatter? This doesn't work. But I mean, are we okay with this whole sort of setup? I mean, we can't build anything else here anyway. But why would I even bother with all of that, right? If we can't get it to successful anyway. Why not just do that? Far simpler. We're stuck with this Dender mission, really. And I knew we were going to be, but, you know, the Bakar mission would have been worse, so what are we going to do, right? What are we going to do about it? Not much. Now, the good news is, pun intended, is that we do get lots of places where there will be goods available via flexible fabrication. And that might help a little bit towards successful and prosperous plants, which are going to be nice to expand with. Should I perhaps take this? We'll take a look at that. There's 70 credits in there. That is good news. I think we take those in order to build more things. And then we go for a final push for some labs. I'd love to know what's up here, for example, right? That might be a place where we go next. It's out of range, unfortunately. Like, I would love to have some biomatter for in some places. This available as well, right? Alright. Well, we're going to do that. Then we might want to pre-connect a lot of the locations where we're going to go and make our worlds prosperous. I think this one should connect like, to the inside, right? Where it'll be hardest for us to get goods. These are... This one has a connection already. This one has a connection already. This one will probably want a relay and like this little space here for this one. We're trying to get goods into every colony, right? And then this one will have to be solved via the regular way. I guess we can do this one too. Like this will need biomatter too, is the annoying problem. Like this we have flexible fabrication available. Right. And flexible fabrication, once we unlock it, we can like, build it everywhere. I want to build one here. Make you happier. Really need another trading partner. I'd send out a person if I want. This one to make you successful as well. And finally this one to make this one prosperous and that one prosperous and that one prosperous. Did we just get 3 prosperous plants? Yeah, we just did. And now that we have the 80 income, we can get 96 from here instead of, you know, whatever we got before. You want to pick it up at this point? We might. Because we're going to invest in science and it's going to lower our income. So let's pick that up. 96 credits. All right. We have some money. That's good. Now I could put that in. Put the income up to 85. Get rid of one of the ores. So I think no reason not to do that. Oh, you have like 5 inputs, so... I would imagine you could be pretty... Also, actually one easy way to build a laboratory here would be to just, like, put one here. Assume a human. How are we out of money already? Did I build something very expensive? Ah, this connection's very expensive. Okay, we'll not build that one. Yeah, and of course this is also 30, right? So I'm gonna be a little bit careful with what and how we build things, because those flexible fabrications are quite expensive. Well, we'll be able to get a good in here no matter what, I think. I don't want a bot or a thing here, but we'll see about that. Maybe we get biomatter here. And then we can consume this asteroid. Be the general idea. Gonna have a look. What's down here? Oh, this could be nice. If only there were a way to like send in extra things there, right? But there kind of will be later on in the game. I don't know if we'll be able to get there though. That's the question. Hold on a second. There's another one here. There's like a... That seems fancy, but... Right? That's very fancy, but... It's a lot of planets too, but it'll work. Alright, I think we'll build this whole, you know, sort of chicanery we set up here. They'll get goods via the robot things, right? And the robots will be supplying the farms. And they'll be supplying lots of biomatter as well to various places. So we'll get our prosperous farm, if I'm not mistaken. Like this one in here, right? It's sending out two things. It's receiving a robot. It'll receive a water. It'll also receive a biomatter. The thing I'm most afraid of really is not having... having goods. We'll see how this, or like not having enough biomatter here, right? So for it to also work towards the farm. Like ideally we get it in such a way that if I can set on something here, right? But we can maybe send culture to make that make more sense as well. The thing is, what order do we do things in, right? Ideally we get the biomatter lab up, right? So like, where to put it? Like here? So now it has access to everything. But that, no, I can't go for that colony because I'd be walling off the farm from having access to a second output, which it needs to get beyond successful or beyond established. So 54 income. Yeah, it's a bit of a kinch right now. So I just realized again, this also needs, everyone wants the biomatter, right? We'll see how far we'll get. It's a start. These are some cheap connections. Well, that's a problem. Is it? No, it's not. Yeah, that... Close, right? What do we get? We get relays. Do we get gravitic tugs? Like, would gravitic tugs also help here in some way? Could we tug our way out of this problem? Like, what if we could make this connection, right? Because that would unlock extra biomatter and water, and that would probably... Would that unlock its... I would imagine so, right? Yeah, hold on a second. So the problematic planet is this one, right? So we connect this last so we can move it. As long as I do things in the right order. Like the idea would be we could get gravitic tugs. We only need a little tug. Also we get a discount on this tech, right? That's nice too. And then we can get a Gaia world. We want to send a biomatter into the lab. We also should build this colony. So this one will start requiring biomatter. So then once you send in 2 humans, that one can go in there. Right, we finally have a farm with all of its needs. The only thing is... okay. Not too much of a problem. Our income is only 30. Oh my god, why is it only that low? Really? Rude. Start making successful colonies, send out culture, right? That will fix things. Mostly speaking. Well, maybe, right? It's messy though. We only get 40 income is also the thing. I had to pay 20 to tug that planet. Something is worth it though. We get like 10 more biomatter output, right? What about making chips here? Could be sending that there. Yeah, like getting only 40 income is pretty bad though. It's the empire size that does that, right? Yeah, it went from like 54 up there, 55, 54, like income is kind of hovering around this place. Right, but if we don't make science. If we don't make science, we don't get these like really nice techs. So it's either or, really. It's like income or science, make your choice, right? And maybe we can do some things before we go and commit to this whole mess. And sort of like connect a few things up here and there. There's a couple connections that can be made. That might help. Like I deliberately went for the flexible fabrication first, so we could maybe get some connections. But there's not much to be had, right? Everything that's available is out of range or just not. You know. There's also these two that are like, you know, really hurting. Maybe I could just. That does help, right? Like this is at least, you know, taking care of some of the humans and it's water. It's making some money for us, right? This is 4, 8, 12. Yeah, it's at +3. And now these two are also, you know, the positives. So it's 3 times +3 instead of minus something, whatever. You know, we're still below the 30 threshold as well with it. So there's also maybe an opportunity to research water. I'm just realizing that that's available. Although, you know, we need to make humans here somehow, and I don't see a way to make this one work. It's not without, you know, major obstructions everywhere. Although we could build a slipstream relay, right? And maybe we should go with relays actually instead of trying to drag this planet around. A relay will also fix this problem here. And there was another place where we wanted a relay, like over here, right? Desperately wanted a relay there. And that saves us some amount of science we have to make. I think it might be relays, to be honest. We'll also be able to relay this. And then, you know, if we can make food here, then, you know, the bot over there would be fine, I guess. Food here, humans there, robot there, relay, right, to fix it. Don't know where the biomatter is going to come from. That's always a problem. There's like none of biomatter anyway. The chip could come from this mineral world, which can make an additional chip as well. All of this is so expensive to build that I can't afford it. Because you can't really go to 32 as it turns out. Don't have the means to just ignore that empire size increase. At least maybe we do, but it won't be easy. We could maybe try to get to October here, right? Spend some time, get to October, and then try to use 150 or so money that we have saved up to attempt to, you know, build all this mess that we were building here. That's the best I can come up with. Oh, well, we're building that though. I don't know about that. Alright, so I might as well scan this over here, right? So you can maybe use some of the stuff over here as well. Turns out it's very, very empty, so no. We can't. There's nothing over here, basically. Okay, this earth like over here, I maybe shouldn't have taken it, right? So just use the... Although we end up doing a science lab with it, so it's not too terrible. You know, not being able to use the human is sort of... Oh, we'll use it later, maybe. Like some relays. Relay 1 in here, relay 1 like in the science lab or something. Ascension gates might also be an option, but I don't think we'd take them. I think we have to take the 2 biomatter would be very good. So, also I want to scan this actually. See if we can't get more. Yes, we can. Okay, that's good news. We also get another thing here, so that might be giving us the thing we need. Okay, so wait, what are we going to do here? I think we'll get the science at this point. Slipstream relay is available. Okay. Go ahead and let's see. How do we make the most money out of this? This costs 4, but then, you know, makes 8. So that's, you know, good enough. And then that's available too. And then I want to connect this in the right order, otherwise... Actually... Gaia World, right? Okay, we get the... We can get a free infra relay. Ooh, that... Or 6 science. Now we're close to being able to afford this, right? That's the thing. In any case... hold on. You're right. Okay, and then squeeze. All right, give me that 24. Yeah, we did it. Tender mission complete. It's a puzzle, but it works. All right, let me get more 4 prosperous planets. That seems good. Yeah, like you get 40 money here as well, right? That's also not a terrible idea. And so how much research do we actually get? We have 15 for the final, what? How many more years? 7. Right, so that's 15 by 7 is 105 plus 19, 115, 124. Ah, that's so little, right? You would love to have another 100 and 7 and then another 100, so another 207. Plus this. Yeah, we'd love to have about like 3 times as much, right? About 30 science a year would do for us, but we only have 15. It can be upped a little bit further, right? This is available still with the culture. What else? We can get ourselves a free Infraway though. Could we use that to make some science somewhere? Perhaps, right? We can also link this up if we wanted to. That is not a terrible choice either. It's more going to be more science than 6. In fact, I think the best way to go about this is actually we'll have a look, right? The thing I can do is I can place this now. It's only got like 1 upkeep, right? Place it efficiently as possible. Like so. Oh yeah, we have this ability to build them for like immediately. That's kind of fancy. So we get the 40 then. 40 credits? It's like a way to get that later, maybe? For example, I could consume this asteroid. Right? That's 2 more science. Because it's a 51 next year. Like universal harmony is the goal, right? I think we want to build some goods, to be honest. This place could really use some. It makes 2 at the same time immediately too. Yeah, that makes it successful. That's kind of where we want to go to make that successful. We end up out of money, right? We could take 41 now. I think it's more important than the science, even though I would love it. So at this point, we're looking at 6 by 17. 102. 136 still. $136, huh? Like, probably like culture would be my guess as to being like quite a strong thing to do. This this line up, you can almost guaranteed be amazing. $41 credits. Oh, yeah, would you look at that, right? Shiny planets. Alright. Maybe this one still. So, you know, 3, right? Well, you want is a forge world to prosperous. So there are quite a few still, like, that are only at successful. In many cases, I wouldn't really know how to solve them, though, without... is that true? For example, this one, right? And that connection might do it. The idea here is that it needs 2 more partners, though. I don't see the second partner. At least not easily. I mean, we might be able to explore and find, you know, water for this. That would be another successful partner. And then the final partner would be, no clue, right? You could send out a human here to make an ore, make a chip, and send a chip in. But we could also just sort of infraway that later, right? And then we don't have to build this very expensive connection here. It's all about the money too. Let's do that. I think. Or maybe this. we wanted to make more science, right? This ups it further to 108 plus 34. 138, 142. I don't know if we can do like infraways in these two. Universal harmony, let's upgrade, right? It might not need cultural dissemination. I would love it though. There's also Elysium projects, which might be good for us. We could get Elysium project, we could get... it's a bit sad about the science, right? Well, there's loads of prosperous worlds, at the very least. We could also connect this one in still, right? This human can go in here. So, which planet do we still want to found? That's a question, right? I think this one. I don't know what I want to build on it. Maybe chips? Microchips? Because that saves money compared to making ore directly. Just make the microchip immediately so we don't have to rejigger it. No, that completes the Dender task. Also, Universal Harmony is going to make it lots of money too. I think that's the first tech we want. We can do lots of stuff with it, right? We can do that. Makes more prosperous worlds as well. And send that out. I guess I could make this one successful as well. And over here too. That is pretty neat, right? I mean, I could even build a farm here, right? Use up the resources. And this does make quite a lot of income. Also one more here available. What about this? It needs more successful partners. It has enough trades. Like lots of the planets around here have enough trades. It's usually a question of the successful partners. I can't really reach this without infraways though. To get it a good, right? That's what it wants. Same here, right? These food producing planets are kind of stuck the way they are. We have quite a small amount of money this year. Like, sure, we can upgrade this further, right? But it needs water. Basically, it's begging for water. Oh, this one could still make it good, too. Oh, yeah, we wanted to build a relay in here, too, to make this one work. Maybe we don't need that relay, then. Although, you know, that's too expensive, too. Huh. Yeah, we just need some cash to get this going. There's none to be found there. 6 here, I suppose, right? Doesn't really get us anywhere. There's that, but, you know, we don't have a human for it. I mean, this is available, but it's going to be just horrifically expensive. And that doesn't work, right, because it's already maxed out? Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? I already did the right thing here, but still. Just staring you into the face, being like, yep, you can't get me. Even if you tried, you can't get me. Well, I mean, if I really tried, I can, but I don't think it's worth trying. Right? Although, let's have a look what that is, right? That might change my... Well, that might change it. If we can reach it. It's going to require some relays, is the thing. Well, anyway, let's send the culture to some place where it'll be useful. Go and get sent over there. Alright. That made quite a bit of money. Went to 117. Those two, right? Yeah, they might want us to help, but we really can't help them. Not easily, anyway. I'm saying that we could potentially fix some of the problems. Well, I think the best thing to do is to build this monoculture farm, actually, really. Because that makes the most money. And then in the final month... oh, I don't know. Can we consume an asteroid or something? Nah, it's not even that, right? We can scan over here, maybe. Be sad that we really can't expand further, right? Because it takes too much money to do so. It's on 17. It's also self-sustaining. Like these also work, right? Spreading culture to places. And save us from having no outputs here. So, like, the thing I wanted to do, which is going to be quite expensive to do, is to, like, connect that, repurpose, and send it. I don't know what just happened, by the way, too. Oh, the human went back there, and this one popped prosperous. Not this one, though. You're really never going to get prosperous, that was the thing. Not 5 money. Every bit counts, I think. That's sort of okay. We're fixing our way around some obstructions, but not all of them. There's the rub, right? The chips here would love to go to various places. Like this one, for example, right? That might be how we do it. Get our successful, prosperous forge world for the Silthid. Which that would still be one of our goals. So there's like lots of ore there, but the real place to send it. So these connections, right? I think Infraways would be good. It's a shame now. I would love to see the thing work. Elysium products work again, right? I think this is one run where we can do that, though. Elysium products are hard to satisfy, as it turns out. Although you have a water, you have a bolt, you have a chip. The only thing you're missing is ore. Can we get this thing ore? Then we have an Elysium product ready. If we have one, we probably have another. So can we do Elysium and Infraspace? 4 more years? 107 science? 110 cost? might. We don't need that much more, right? Only like 3 more science or so? This one could do that. We get lithium products in the last year, right? We need to make sure that we have then connection available then. So why don't we scout over here and see if we can't find some ore for it. We just need ore. There's loads over here. We could just infraway that then. There may also be a human required though to like sort of power this whole planet. Because we're out of them here, right? Lithium products don't make more humans. There's food here too, right? If only we had some more luck in finding some Earth-likes, right? This is all... yes, we do have drill bots, which could do it instead, right? Of a human. But then we're lacking like 20 science, so that's not an option either. We found this desert plant over here. Go to 39 with that. I don't really know what to do next year then. We could just skip the next year. Feels kind of awkward, but there's nothing more to send anywhere, and there's no more money to be had, so why don't we skip this one? Go to 3422. It's culture dissemination, but it won't be very useful. So it will take Elysium products probably. So it's a luxury. We could take luxury for like 2-4 happiness, right? Just straight up. Could be something to be had here too. Right. Right, anyway, I wanted to make this connection too. We actually managed to use all the humans there. All right. Go further with that. Connect this one into. Yeah, it's still going to be quite like a -5, right? It's going to be quite nasty still. You could connect this in. Yep. Well, okay. Next year, I suppose, right? In for Space Mastery. Got 2 of those. This is going to be a big thing, though. I can sort of see this being big. All we need to do... Also can't really get stream splitting, which just saves you quite a bit of money in doing this. Yeah, that's another bit of income right there. And that one can connect there, I suppose, right? So go ahead and connect up here. I mean, we just made 2 more prosperous planets with that. I should do something. We could also wait with it a bit and see if we can't make goods somewhere. For example, this one, right? Would love some goods. This one would love some water. We can't go to 40 though, because that would cost too much money. So maybe we do it like this. Although maybe on the other side then, so we can still get the water in, if we'd like to. And this one can still be connected. That creates... that, I suppose? New tasks. Alright. 2 more forge worlds to prosperous. I don't think there are 2 more forge worlds to get prosperous. I think we have like 2 forge worlds in our entire empire. That's it. Well, there's 1 more, right? There's this one too. But, you know, getting both of them to prosperous is going to be maybe difficult. Is it though? You're easy. Just connect this and that, right? And then, what about this one? It needs to use like a robot or something, right? Or just, it needs more partners, right? It needs a chip in here. Oh, from there, right? So like send its chips there and there, and then we, there, it's just going to be a little bit finicky to get the things placed, but yeah, that's possible. Got 2 more people producing plants to prosperous. Why do you have some successful ones? We just did the one, right? Yeah, we did this one. There's this one too, and there's that one. This has a hard time getting prosperous because it would require water in here. Well, I'm saying that, but like, that's also easy. We can do both. Yeah, we can do both. I don't know. We'll just build more of these infraways, right? And try to finagle things. It's a nice thing about having everything that's close together. It's sort of possible to do these things. But it's a bit finicky to place these things correctly because, like if we want to get this water up there, then we need to stay under the water. And like in there, this is finicky, right? Oh, we're like a pixel off. Oh, we can do that. It's more expensive, but sure. Like there's your first one, right? Your first forge world. Everyone's wants biometer at all these farms. Can we do the second one? Not really. Like I don't really want to found more colonies because, you know, getting to 40 is bad because we need all this money. I don't want to throw away 40 income. We end up with 49 money, so we can take out our manufacturer Elysium for the last year, so that's good. Which I definitely, 34-24, we shouldn't be spending anything. So I think we go to next year now. We have 200 money to spend to make things work, which like 400 money or so should be enough to like, get us our prosperous worlds, right? Where did I want to send that? Not there. Like into there, right? Let's squeeze, squeak, scree, scree doesn't fit, scree, scree, scree. Around you go then. There we go. That's 1 people producing planet to prosperous. Now what? Wait, what? What did I forget? Oh yeah, this one. Right. It's like there was something else to be done here. Squeak. Also, we're walling you off, so you won't ever get anywhere. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure you won't mind. We can't fit any more of these. We don't have stream splitting available. Well, I mean, you could get it, but I don't want to. I'd rather have manufactured luxury or Elysium, either way, depending on, you know, what we can afford to do. Elysium might be the good thing to do, though, because we might be able to get some. Also, there's still these available, right? These biomatters? To make those farms prosperous, if I want to. First of all, let's get our colonies prosperous. So, where is the remaining one? This one, right? What does this one want? It wants the other things to have water, basically, which we can't really give it. But what we can also do is just connect in one more other thing to it. Because you just want, yeah, you just want a partner. So we just like make this one. It's expensive as all, but I think I want to do it that way though, because this one just wants, yeah. 41 for that slipway. This one's 31. Well, you know, another year where we can't do much, but sure. All right, task complete. I mean, we are making everything prosperous. I think we'll decline these missions though. So, final year, we can do either Elysium projects or manufactured luxury. The easy thing might be just to look at manufactured luxury and see what we get. There's 3 planets with manufactured luxury, and you know, each colony can get 2% happiness from it. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8. Like, lots, right? There's like here. And over there, and there. Well, maybe we want to connect this into this one, right? That works. And that's a cheap one to add here as well. That looks like the better deal than Elysium is, right? Elysium, I think this does give you 2 cultures, right? So that's also 2 happiness. Well, we'll see how far we can get, right? 167. $169, and then probably like, you know, we connect these in. 171. 174%. 35k points. Okay, let's head back to the start of the year. Okay. And let's try out Elysium project, which is the other option. This one needs an ore. But, you know, we can give it. And then, you know, we can send out culture to various places. That's all he's sending it here. Alright, neat. Where else can we make one? There was another location where we could fairly nicely make one. I believe it was here. It needs a chip, and you can't really get a chip there, can it? This one, can it get water? This one can't get water is the problem. Yeah, the only other one is this one. There's only 31k so far, right? Oh, interesting, because this is of course export focus, right. I wouldn't really know how to get it a chip though, is the thing. Maybe from here? But I think it's too expensive, right? Like we can build the things, right? I connect the first one, but then right, the idea would be to connect another one in and then connect those together. But we need far more money. Well, that that seals the deal. I think I was just trying to find out, but I think that the right answer is manufactured luxury. So how did we send this all out again? Because there's a couple of short connections we had to make, like this one, for example. This one is already connected to one, but you want to send out this one already sent out both. So everyone can have some luxury. Yeah, then the remainder is to be solved with relay. And then, this is available too. As short as a connection as possible. Those are as cheap as possible. I like having all these short connections still possible, right? Because it makes you available. It makes us capable of building all these infraways everywhere. And the Silthid space architects are helping too. Not bad. For a run without the Vittori and with this many abandoned planets, not bad. We didn't fix this in the end, but it's only 4%. I think getting the prosperous planets gets us more points anyway. And this one is kind of sad, right? But right, one thing we could do is get outputs for things. If we get things with 4 outputs, they give us more points. For example, there's this one, right? But we're out of cash. So only if they're very fast connections can we actually do anything with them. A good example would be this one, right? This one's already sending everything out, but this one would be a good example if we could get some connection. I don't think there is any. We'd also send out this for just an... Oh, we can't even afford that connection. Wow. 31, it's too much, too far. Other than this one, certainly. There's no other people producing plants, though, that could send something out. We might be... Could we maybe make it cheaper by putting a relay in between? Well... No, that doesn't make it any cheaper. To build, that is, right? We could found a planet and consume a bunch of asteroids, but then, we end up in 35. Actually, if we found a planet... Good question. 35635. If we found any planet whatsoever, doesn't matter which one, we end up in 3426, right? So we could, for example, build a farm here. The reason to do that is to get... Oh wait, no, it makes no sense to do that whatsoever. Because if we found a planet, I was like, we could get a bigger empire size and then get... No, we got export focus. There's no point in making a bigger empire size, basically. We basically, again, need like a couple more years to really fix everything up. Or more money, right? If we had like about 200-300 more money, then we'd be able to get this. Still, I think this is one for the books, right? We have 6 science left, which is almost exactly perfect. No unspent science, no unspent anything. I think we are good to go and skip the rest, I think. There is no more connections to be made that can be done. Although, is that... No. There's one more thing we can do. Which is very silly. It is to build a lab. That sends out some people, which takes care of some unhappiness via employment. Yes, they're not doing anything useful in there, but we don't care. GG. 36452. Alright. I think I'm going to go ahead and get some dinner, and maybe we'll see us again in the evening later on. But for now, that's been Slipways with a neat little space architect run. Yeah. A compact empire, right? Compact architects.